Welcome to Explore SDSU. My name is Dr. Lisa Gates. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Welcome to this session on the SDSU Leadership Minor. As we have heard in our marketing, leadership starts here at SDSU, and we believe it really does begin with the SDSU Leadership Minor. I am going to share with you today something about the minor. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the coursework involved and share with you some words from our students and our alumni about their experience in minor. And so that's what we're in for today. Let's go ahead and dive into that. As we move forward, what I'd like to do is talk to you about when the Leadership Minor was established and why. The Leadership Minor was established in spring of 2015 as a response to employers, thinking that leadership is one of the top skills they want from college graduates. And so, and since that time, we realized that we do have a crisis of leadership in this country, in every institution. We can look at the division, divisiveness, and we see that there is a moment that is calling for effective leaders, leaders who can be in it and see the people in front of them and see the problems in front of them, and unite people around those common problems in order to drive those things to, innovative solutions. And so leadership is vital. It is also what employers want from graduating students at SDSU and beyond. So employers are looking for these skills. They're looking for folks who have leadership ability, who can work well as a team and collaborate well and understand what that looks like. Understand how to resolve conflict when it emerges, which it will, as we all know. And then they also want folks who can write well, so that whether that's the construction of emails or other documents, they want folks who can write well and write effectively, right? All of this has to do with how we create meaning together, right? That's a large part of what leadership is about, how we cultivate that for our teams and create conditions under which people can innovate and work well together, and then how we create meaning in the way in which we write and represent what we do. And so the Leadership Minor focuses on these three competencies in a very meaningful way. Okay, so these are just some of our graduates, one of the years when we were on campus, and I look at this group of folks, and even though it's a little bit blurry, I'm looking at some of them and I'm like, some of them are international students who have returned to their home country and are doing incredibly well in the arena of business. Some have established nonprofit organizations. Others have gone on to become managers in their own right in organizations. One of them is somebody that their organization has promoted faster than anyone in that organization's history. And then we have others involved in becoming academic advisors, and others who are directors of programs. So there are people out there who have created blogs. I mean, these students are out there doing amazing things, and it's just a privilege to watch. Some are in graduate school currently. So I want to tell you a little bit about what the minor entails. We call it the Anti-Imposterism SDSU Leadership Minor. The minor responds to this idea because anytime we talk to our students about whether they think of themselves as leaders, we don't typically have a lot who say that they do. I remember one course that I taught, it was about 100 students, and I asked the question on the first day of class, raise your hand if you think about yourself as a leader, and about 3 hands went up. And then as students learned more about how leadership actually happens, toward the end of that semester, I asked them to raise your hand if you see yourself as a leader, and almost every hand went up. And this is something that we take a look at, because one of the ways we do that is in the very first course of the minor, right? It's in Exploring Leadership, which is a lower division GE course and also the first course in the minor. So that course can be double counted, both for the minor as well as a lower division GE course. And so we explore leadership theories in that course, and we look at the ways in which leadership has shifted and changed over time, and what leadership is asking of us today. And then there are 3 one-unit courses that students get actively involved in leadership experiences, and that is service leadership, where students support foster youth in the community. Then the campus leadership experience, where students engage in a student organization and they get involved there. And the course actually helps them cultivate their ability to lead their peers effectively, right? Leading peers can be a time of great stress for students. And then students will take a one-unit course that focuses on their career and what they will do after graduation and how they can begin building that bridge now while they are here at SDSU, so that when it's time to graduate, they've already got a plan in place for how they're going to step into that next step post SDSU. There are 2 upper division electives required for the leadership minor, and these can also be double counted. We really advise our students to double count the GE electives, which all SDSU students have to take at the upper division level, and the SDSU Leadership Minor electives. And so if students double count all the courses they can, this minor ends up being a total of 6 units. And so we know that that means it's not going to overtax your time here at SDSU, that this is a very doable minor. So one of the things that we are most proud of in the minor, and I serve as the director of the minor as well as the advisor, is that students end up feeling like what they do is discover the leader within rather than becoming a leader. Okay, so it's a both and experience from our perspective. Another way to think about the coursework for the minor is to think about the science or theoretical aspects of leadership, right? And that happens in 2 courses primarily. And then having those 3 one-unit courses serve as the art or practice of leadership, right? We can't just talk about leadership. We actually have to get in there and do it. And so these give students the opportunity to enact leadership, and they can cultivate an understanding and awareness of how they're showing up in these spaces and where they can play to their strengths. And then we have those elective courses. And as I said, we work with students closely to double count those upper division elective courses, which we really, really love doing. In the bottom left-hand corner, there's a picture of Annika Belog. She is an amazing student who has gone on to become a nurse and is now currently a telemetry nurse and is also in a PhD program in nursing. So one of the things she did, her capstone project, she's presenting her project in a large room with lots of people, all the other folks who completed the capstone course and other people from our SDSU campus community come in and look at students and they present their projects. Her project was where she brought a lot of experts together to address the issues of burnout in the healthcare field. And so something very, very important, as we all understand, especially now. So that is what the Leadership Minor course offerings are. And you've heard from me as the director and advisor for the program. Students are definitely my passion. I can tell you that it is the thing that gets me up in the morning. I am committed to students' forward movement. I'm committed to cultivating psychological safety and vibrant learning community wherever I have the opportunity to do so. But I think it's also important for you to hear what Leadership Minor students are saying. So I want to share some of their words with you. One student said, "Before I came to SDSU, I never would have considered myself a leader because I wasn't confident in my ability to lead. And now I feel I've been set up with the knowledge and skills to make a difference in the world. You all have made an incredible and lasting impact in my life, and I will be forever grateful for that as I take that first step into the next chapter after I cross the stage." Another student, speaking about how they would feel about the minor upon graduation, said, "This class, this journey, it's been an incredible ride. When I walk across the stage in May, I will be proud to have my major degree accompanied by the Leadership Minor. This isn't any old minor. This one means something. It means a lot to me." And then finally, another student said, "The minor has helped me dramatically. I'm the fastest promoted individual in the company, right? The one that they have ever seen. I'm in a management role now and loving it. Thank you to my mentors. A competency that cannot be taught through my major, but what definitely was added to my tool belt through the minor was professionalism. I was prepared for all of my job interviews throughout my job hunt through the guidance I received through the minor." Okay, so this is what our students are saying, right? And so what I want to tell you is that it's very easy to declare the leadership minor. If you email me to request a form at lgates@sdsu.edu, I will send you a form. You will complete the form and send it back to me. I will sign it and date it and submit it on your behalf, and it will appear on your degree audit. And then I will be here to support you as you complete the minor throughout your time at SDSU. It's very, very easy. So you can connect with us. You can check us out on the SDSU Leadership Minor page on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. We don't post as much there, but we do have some postings there. I want to leave you with this quote, and that is, success is moving from failure to failure, never losing enthusiasm, and never, ever, ever giving up. And that is by John Hope Bryant, who's a thought leader on leadership and successful business person. So I want to just say thank you for your time. I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your time at SDSU Explore. And if you have any questions or comments that you'd like to send my way, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm at lgates@sdsu.edu. Thank you so much for listening. Again, I wish you all the best. I hope that you all stay well and enjoy the rest of your time and as you make this very important decision.